This is the battery pack. So this is what powers up the car. It's 11 lithium-ion batteries, 600 pounds worth actually. And these sit in the floor of the vehicle. So where you're sitting would be up here in the front seat. If you're driving, back here is the back seat. These batteries are set up to run in parallel, which means they're warranted for 8 years or 100,000 miles. If anything happens, let's just say maybe one cell 6 years in stops working. The battery will still function, the car will still run. You get a little check battery light, and then you bring it into the dealer, and they would just replace the module that's causing the problem. So 48 modules total. The battery gives you about 100 miles of range on a full charge. So it's a perfect commuter car. You're going to charge it up each night, and then you've got about 100 miles to drive before you need to plug it back in. And the cost to charge it at home, this is the best part, is about $3 on average for 100 miles. So 3 cents a mile is essentially what you're spending to drive the car.
Yeah,
Not
my car
bad. Most people will see an increase on their utility bill of $45 a month if you drive 50 miles a day. So it's very inexpensive. Do you guys have any questions on batteries? Just battery stuff? Yeah.
Are all the Nissan dealers in the New York area, when it comes out, going to be able to do this, or you got to find the one that?
Not every dealer. Any dealer that sells the car will be able to service the car.
Right.
And we have a list of dealerships in that other pod with all their phone numbers. So if you want to call the one nearest you to see if they're going to be selling the Leaf, you're welcome to do that. Sure. So behind you guys here, this is your charging dock. So when you buy a Nissan Leaf, you've got basically 2 options for charging at home. This is the most recommended, is to purchase an in-home charging dock. The reason we recommend this is that you can charge the car from totally empty to totally full overnight, 8 hours. So that way you always have 100% charge when you wake up in the morning. This uses a 220-volt circuit, and the good thing is the plug is now the official standardized plug for electric vehicles in the United States.
Yeah.
Finally, I know. So all the charging docks that get installed around town now, they'll all have the same plug, this one right here.
How do you do 110 in your home if you wanted to?
We give you a plug, it comes with the car, you just plug into the wall.
But I mean, where does it plug into the car?
Same spot. One end will have this same connector, the other end will just have a 110 outlet plug. So it'll be on the front end of the car.
So you could carry that in the back of your car for emergencies.
That's exactly what you should do.
Yeah.
Keep it in your car. If you're at a friend's or family member's and you want to plug in, you get 5 miles every hour on the 110 outlet. So in 8 hours overnight, it's still 40 miles, which is a good amount of charge.
Right.
So
what, 5 miles
per
hour?
2 main options for charging. Third option for charging is to go to a quick charge station. Quick chargers are coming soon to this area. I think right now, honestly, you guys have one, and that's at GE headquarters.
Yeah, in Plainville.
Yes, in Plainville, exactly. Eventually, you'll have them at some gas stations and at Walgreens. They're planning to install them. You can charge up at a quick charger in 30 minutes, from dead to 80%. So it's going to be way faster. You get 80 miles back in a half an hour. The only thing is you can't do it at home.
Right.
It's very, very
It's 440, 440 volts.
Exactly.
I think it's 50 amps. It's a lot of juice.
And the charging station costs, you know, about as much as the car. So you don't have to buy one for your house. So this is your guide for home. Any questions on charging? Yes, sir.
Do quick charge, any idea how much it's going to cost?
Totally varies per location. Currently, most of them are actually free because the Department of Energy has been paying for the installation. But I'm sure eventually, you know, you'll swipe a card and pay something.
So it could be very expensive?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, I doubt it will be more expensive than gas, but I don't know.
The one at the one at GE, I think you have to be an employee there.
To use it?
I think so. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either, to be honest with you.
I could probably ask them.
Right now, there's not a lot of cars using quick charging.
Yeah.
Is the 100 mile pretty much guaranteed? Like you can say you're definitely going to make the 100?
No. The 100 miles is an average.
You go up and down big hills, maybe not.
Based on a combination of city driving and freeway driving. So meaning if you do all city driving, you can do much more than 100 miles. We've seen it go up to 138.
With highways,
With highway, it depends how fast you drive. If you're doing 60, 65, you might make the 100. If you're doing 80, you're going to get less than 100. And if you're using heat and air conditioning, that impacts your range as well. Air conditioning is not as big a deal as heat. Heat uses the most power.
Yeah.
That's why Nissan's including heated seats and a heated steering wheel on the 2012 model, because those use way less power than the heater. So if you turn on your seat heaters and then your body's warm, then hopefully you won't need to use quite as much of your blower heat and you'll get more range. You also can do this. This is another thing for heat. When your car is plugged in at home and it's cold out, you can take out your smartphone, like your iPhone or your BlackBerry or your Android, turn on your heat with your phone. Your car and your smartphone will be connected.
Yeah.
So you can turn on your heat from your phone, warm up the car before you go outside, and it'll use energy from the plug. And then when you unplug and drive away, you've already done the hardest part, warming up your car.
Right.
Now maintaining the temperature won't use as much range.
And use home power to do that, so.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.